Oh, hey everyone, how's it going? On today's episode, we're just talking about reptile diets. Um, I kind of feed a lot of different kinds of reptiles every day, so I wanted to kind of just go over some just advice and care tips. And this isn't like a guide for it by any means. I just want to, just give some information and all that, and just yeah. And we're gonna start off with this wonderful girl right here. This is Emily, my Grand Cayman hybrid iguana. Look at her. She's so cute. She's getting so big, so blue as well. And of course, she will eat lots of different greens. Give her rapashi vitamins as well, like the grassland tortoise diet that gets sprinkled on her food. She'll get bananas. Of course, the claws are sharp, sharp claws. Okay, here we go. Back on track. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, so I've had her since a little tiny baby. Look how cute she is. She gets so big. You see how red her eyes are getting? You see that? Hi. I don't have anything right now. So cute. Oh, yeah. But okay, so diets, yes. So she gets, leafy diet. They love flowers. I don't know how much you know about these guys, but they love flowers. Hey, how's it going? And same thing, I have a rhinoceros iguana ringo down here. Get him out a little bit. And then I have Zach right here. You can see Zach, he's my male Grand Cayman iguana. And then, yeah, Emily, look at that. Oh, those aren't real leaves. But yeah, put her back. And I'll show you the other Grand Cayman. But yes, and they also eat bugs too. The love hornworms. I don't know if you realize that. And the rock iguanas are more they need more protein than arboreal iguanas, like the iguana, There's also a sailfin dragon right over here. You can see him right there. But he'll eat greens, lots of insects. He eats so many different kinds of insects. Hey, buddy. But yes, look at that guy. And you can see why they call him a sailfin. That thing will get even more massive. That's great. And yeah, they essentially have the same diet as these iguanas, just more insects. And let's check out this male Grand Cayman. Come here. Hi, buddy. How you doing? You want to come out? So this is Zach. Had him since a baby too. Ooh, hi. You can see it's like so beautiful. You see all of these like, if you can see it, like all these different spikes. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Hi. But yeah, I'm gonna sprinkle grassland, rapashi tortoise diet, and a veggie diet, and there's one more I sprinkle on there. Oh, it's so cute. Look at him. And these, out of all the animals, are the most expensive to feed just because of their constant grains every day. Guys get so cool. And you'll get really bright blue. Okay. This isn't an iguana episode. This is a food episode. Okay, speaking of iguanas, let's just go down. No, we don't. Mr. Ringo right here. And one of his favorite proteins are hornworms. Those hornworms. Had him since a little baby too. He's getting so big. Yes, the most expensive animals to feed. Hey, buddy, you want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? Hi. And he's so cute. And he'll get like double this size too. Yeah. Okay, go. Bad. You bad. Okay, and of course we have his girlfriend right here. She's great. She's super great. Where's my food? And what else we have? Jumerals boas. Good. Here's pickles. I don't think you can see it. Hi. And of course, she loves the larger prey items like guinea pigs, rabbits. You know, she's a classic boa. She loves birds. She's so beautiful. She has met so many people, hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful boa. Hi. Okay. You can even go down to diets these Mexican beaded lizards. Look at this guy. Lots of eggs. They're nest raiders. Okay. Now there's one more section that I want to show you guys. Sorry, I'm kind of just all over the place. Is the different food selections that you can feed your reptiles. Okay, so let's check in here real quick. So of course you can do guinea pigs, inside guinea pigs too. There's even like there's little tiny guinea pigs. So I mean, a lot of people don't realize that you can order small little guinea pigs that are like the size of a rat. Are we done, guys? And then there is chickens. You can even get little chicks too. Oh, little chicks. Look at those. See. Of course, we have our classic mice right here. Medium, large, jumbos. Of course, you have rats. Um, you can also do quail, all different kinds of quails. And here's a medium quail. It's just another animal's favorite foods, quails. So much stuff. The extra large quails. These are pretty decent sized too. Animals love to craft them. I don't know if you realize the birds are really healthy because they have air in their bones. Yeah. And so it allows the reptiles to digest them a lot better. I don't know if you realize, but birds are reptiles as well. That's why they have scales on their feet, and feathers are modified scales. So reptiles eat a lot of different reptiles in the wild. So this will closely replicate that diet. And of course, rabbits. Okay. Another food source is I fed these guys ducks. I don't have the ducks because they're inside of them. But these two snakes right here that are breeding love ducks. So you can do anything from ducks, especially when you have bigger snakes like this. And then you have to do stillborn goats, sheep. So it's always good to know farmers because the farmers will be able to hook you up with all that kind of stuff. Pigs are really a good feeder source. Everybody loves pigs. And then, of course, just hi. Hey, Zach. Oh, look at him. He's got so good. Yeah. So speaking of the big snakes, you do stillborn animals. You could do all the farm animals. As long as the snakes can swallow them. And when you get bigger snakes, 15 plus foot, they have to have that kind of stuff. You can do smaller food items with them too. You can do like 10 large rats if you want. There's a whole bunch of different ways to go about it, but I personally like doing a bird diet with a lot of them because it's really healthy. All right, and then we're gonna go check out in here. And then these are a bunch of different geckos right here, which have more of like a powder diet, if that makes sense. Simple food dishes. All of your classic tarantulas. And then speaking of bugs with tarantulas and lizards too, and pretty much anything that'll eat them. You can do hornworms. What else do you guys have? Mealworms, super worms, crickets. You have silkworms. You have roaches. Waxworms. That's a good one. Black soldier fly larva. That's a good one. That's always a hidden gem too, especially for those little lizards that like to hunt. And different kinds of roaches, right? You have like Madagascar, dubia.
Giant mealworms.
Golden head. What are they called? Golden head? Blackhead roaches? Something like that. I don't know. There's different kinds of roaches. And then, of course, they have the classic crickets and all that stuff too. But the point is, there's so many different kinds of feeders. It's amazing. Here's all the hornworms. Little suckers are big. And then you have silkworms. Look at the silkworms. That's crazy. People make shirts out of these things. That's so cool. Springtails, fruit flies. These little suckers breathe themselves. So many. Look at them all. And then, of course, isopods too. And you can also use isopods as feeders. And look, you can have cricket suckers if you're a person. Gross. Nobody wants to eat those. But yeah, so speaking of the gecko powdered diet that we were talking about earlier, look at bam, Pangea. This one's big in insects. You can do watermelon with insects, apricot, papaya. There's so many different food options just for those geckos, crescent geckos mostly. Yeah, those. And then as far as vitamins, let's see. Look at, I'm so basic. I love fall. So here's a pumpkin pie vitamin that you could put on like tortoise food or whatever. Here's meat pie for monitors. Look at that. I don't even know what that means. Let's see what it has in it. Chicken broth, black soldier fly larva, fish meal, squid meal, dried egg, seaweed meal. That'll be good. Yeah, you just take this powder and you sprinkle it over different foods. Pineapple Express. Look at that. That's a really cool one. The cherry bomb one. Look at that. Cherry bomb. Didn't even know that existed. And there's grassland grazer diet. This one is one of the best ones right here that I put on all my iguanas food. And there's dandelion power, prickly pear cactus, ground grass, alfalfa meal, hibiscus flower, a bunch of stuff. But yeah, this is one of the most important things I put on every meal. Let's just sprinkle it on there for the iguanas. And then also veggie burger. This is another one I put on the iguana food. And super veggie. This is the one I couldn't remember earlier. Then I sprinkle some of that on there too. And I freaking love it. But then there's even crazier one. Look at this. This is a Tegu chicken pot pie one. And so you can just sprinkle this on whatever Tegu food you give them. And that gives them all their vitamin D3, gives them everything. And there's grasshopper pie. That's really good. But yeah, point is, a lot of different supplements. And then all the different animals just eat different things. So it just depends on what kind of question you have. These right here, Uromastyx, there's this one, and that's a knobtail gecko. But this Uromastyx right here, you can put lentils in there. You eat different kinds of seeds. It's crazy. They have even a crazier diet than most other animals. This falsy right here. Hi. Look at him. Had this guy for a while. He is a frog specialist, and he's rear fang venomous. So he will pop those frogs if they like inflate, as a defense. Those fangs will pop them just like a hognose snake, and allows them to eat them and swallow them. And then you also have Loma pythons right here. Look at these guys. These guys are usually just rodent specialists. And then you have everything to lychees. The big old lychee gecko. And they'll eat that powdered diet as well as live insects. And that'll be the world's biggest gecko. That's great. But yeah, it's really cool. And then you have stuff, like the tegus. Hey, look at them. And these guys will eat anything from eggs. I'll feed a banana. I like to feed whole prey items as well. Frogs are my tegus' favorite food by far. Any food you could have in the world would be frogs. And then you can do bullfrogs, which are really invasive here. So if you have bullfrogs, those are good to use. And also bluegill perch. They use those as a lot as feeders as well. And look at this guy. This is a Russian tortoise. These guys' diets are a lot of grasses. You do low protein, high fiber with these guys. Cute. And then box turtles, like 80% of their diet should be insects. It's crazy how much they vary. And then you even have stuff like sea turtles where they eat like jellyfish and just so much crazy stuff. But yeah, so just depending on the animals you have, they have different diets, which is crazy. And there's so many different animals here to explain that. But yeah, I'm going to keep this episode super short and sweet. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and get a hold of me on social media or any of that stuff, and I'll be happy to answer all those questions. Till then, stay beautiful, and you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching.